Hello everyone, my name is Pew Pew Choo Choo, and today we will be playing Achtung Panzer Operation Star. So we have quite a lot of different scenarios to pick from this game. It's an operational level strategy game, so it's pretty wide encompassing, and you can see that it's mainly just Russians and the Germans inside this game. There's no Allied troops, there's no Great Britain or US for this, and I think we're gonna go with this scenario right here, focusing on the 2nd SS Panzer Division Das Reich. Um, the thing about this game is that it kind of focuses a lot about the history behind it, and I don't want to play a scenario where it's just like infantry versus tanks. So I think we're gonna try this one out. So this game kind of plays out like one of those Total War games where we fight on this campaign map at first, where we just kind of move around our units, and then afterwards we jump on into a battle afterwards, which is kind of cool. And right now I'm just trying to take a look at the amount of troops we have and what they are, what their status is like, right? And it looks like all of our troops are good, so let's get on started. Our briefing says we are to advance into this town right here held by the Russians. So let's do that. Let's get all of these troops to move up here. Get them to move up like that. And I think what we're supposed to be doing is taking the control points, which are these like big blue and red dots on the map. So we had to start an attack onto the Russians, right? So let's just do something like that. One of the really cool things about this game is that it keeps track of all of the things that go on onto the campaign map here, and then those events actually come back to kind of haunt us actually inside the battle. You kind of notice that some of these vehicles, they have like these +1, +2 fatigue things. We can check our units, as ammunition and fuel counts like that. But all of these things on this list here, like ammunition, fatigue, troop morale, and stuff like that, it's all handled, and it actually carries into the battle, right, which is kind of cool. So let's start the combat rounds where the enemy takes his turn, and then we kind of fight it out. Alright, so there's two battles that are going to commence here. I'll be right back, seeing as how Fraps doesn't really like the switchover. I'll see you guys in the first combat zone, which will be here. Alright, welcome back. So now we are inside the tactical mode. We're supposed to deploy our troops at first, and it looks like we're given, yeah, we have a ton of infantry. We are to assault this village. So you can kind of see that the map is actually bigger than just these 4 hexes. So you're offered quite a lot of like freedom in regards to how you want to conduct these missions, right? So in theory, even though we said to attack this square, we could go all the way around, capture the crossroads and everything around here, just to get to this one tile, which is rather neat. Alright, so now we need to deploy all of our troops. I already know what I'm gonna do, so I will start moving our troops around on the map. The first battle is always a night battle, so it might be a little hard to see, although I believe that the first mission's actually, it's quite lively, so I don't think that'll be that big of a problem, right? And what I'm just doing right now is that I'm trying to put all of my vehicles on roads, simply because vehicles don't obviously handle very well off the roads. And I'm just trying to get all of our infantry ready for an assault. So what I kind of want to do is come through here and then just kind of linearly sweep through the village like that. That's kind of my plan for this mission. We have one squad here with 2 vehicles actually. That's going to be kind of cool, and we want both of these vehicles watching our flanks. I'm just gonna set up my troops really fast like this. We don't need a really well planned offensive for this game. It's not that realistic, so we're just gonna do something like that. There we go. Switch back into the 3D view, and you can see that all of our troops are nice and deployed. Ooh, we have a stug. That'll be really useful here. And with that being said, let us start the game. There we go. Yeah, it gets really dark. I think this battle happens at like 4 o'clock in the morning, so with that being said, it is really, really dark. Let's get both of our... I kind of want to use the forest here to just kind of come up to the village and use our troops here to offer us support. It's really easy to like get lost on this map in the night, which kind of sucks. We're just gonna move something like that up. Keep the rest of our infantry nearby. Yeah, these troops could march up here where it's a little bit better, so we're gonna do that. And that will be our initial orders, and we will start the game. And fast forward, so it's a lot like the Total War. I guess you could consider it like Total War or World War II. It's really dark right now. I'm not sure if you guys can see this like very well, but I mean, later on as the battle continues, obviously it'll become dawn. But at the night, what happens is that all of the gunfights become like laser light shows. And I hope to show you guys why in a little bit. Are these infantry squads moving up? Yeah, they are. It's actually at the border of the map here, and we don't seem to have made contact with the Russians. Let's get our troops to spread out a little bit. Put them in wedge formation. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm ordering my troops to go double line standard, far dispersed formation, and then line formation. And I just want to move them up slightly so that we can actually just kind of take a look at what the Russians are doing, because they're obviously held up inside the village. So this is kind of like a surprise attack at night. We don't necessarily have like perfect intel on where they are. So this will have to do. Yeah, troops are moving up. No Russians sighted yet, so we'll move them up a little bit more. Have a reserve squad right here move up, have their leaders move up. Command and control inside this game is also simulated. The leader inside this green border gives his troops like a special bonus of sorts. It's not all that important, but hey, every little bit helps, right? Still no contact, really? I'm gonna give them assault commands and have them move forward like that. Our troop here is just gonna have to kind of probe out where the enemy is exactly. Because if I switch to the map here, it says they're supposed to be inside these like zones. Oh, found them! Found them! Perfect! Yep, found them right here. And then... yeah, then the laser light show shows up. Holy! That's an absolute ton of enemy troops, so let's get our tanks to start actually moving up. Fast move on. Do not stay on roads, and I want all of these tanks to move up over here. That's a lot of enemies over there inside that field, so yeah. Let's get these troops to move up as well. So I want them to assault, white formation, column, and to move up like that. So let's see what happens now. Yeah, every single one of those dots are one of the enemies' troops. I think the grayed out dots on the screen are like enemies who have died, where it's just bodies on the map. Well, at least we have decent positions, right? At least we're not sitting in the middle of the field like them. Let's get our command troops over there so that we can actually exert some command and control. Well, this is a really nice first battle. I mean, everything is appearing to go our way. I think I'm just gonna wait a little bit and let the troops shoot at each other and hopefully smoke everybody else. Oh, that's not good. We're starting to lose commanders. But oh well. The Russians are taking a lot of casualties, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it looks like they'll need some reinforcements, so let's get these troops to move up to this position right here. Well, at least there are like path tracks here are gonna give our troops some support. That's good. Designate artillery, I guess, if we can. Yeah, there we go. We can designate artillery for our troops, so I can mark a few areas where we can start bombarding the enemy. Gonna quickly make sure all of our troops are fine. It looks like we did lose one squad right here. Yeah, one squad is panicking, but everybody else is fine. Yeah, you can kind of see that the blue dots on the map are slowly turning all into these gray dots. That pretty much says that all of the Russian defenders are slowly dying off to our troops, which is good, I guess. I don't want these tanks to be moving too far forward because like with these half tracks, the problem with them is that half tracks are really susceptible to grenade fire, and their crews can be knocked out really easily. Just gotta give it a moment for our troops to just fully suppress the enemy. And that'll slowly eliminate them. Now I want all of these units to commence an assault, so let's do something like that. And then we want to move on the actual village. Now that that's done, we're gonna send them some reinforcements, and then the rest of the troops right here. It looks like we already have the situation handled, so what I want them to do I want them to march over here. I want them to secure more land. Oh, my mouse sometimes flips out like that, but I want them to secure some more land for us. There we go. And here comes our assault party, which is gonna hopefully clear out all of this terrain. One of the things that we kind of have to take care of is looking at the ammunition counts for all of our vehicles, as well as infantry. I mean, it looks like this squad is almost out of ammunition, so we kind of have to take care of those things. In the meantime, let's get everybody on the side here to actually move up with their vehicles. Conduct a general advance like that, and then the troops right here, I think we will be able to move on to the east side of the village as well. So I'm actually going to get all of our troops to move up like that. This guy's really firing off the bullets. How are our vehicles looking? It looks like this vehicle is, oh no, they're fine. That's good. I kinda thought that one of them might have taken a little damage on the tracks. That would have been pretty bad if they, took damage like that. Stronghold of enemy troops inside this one house. Yeah, one of the problems of the game is that there's no way to order your troops to like blind fire into one location. Excuse me. You can only kind of assign them very like general combat missions, like shoot this area or only shoot this area. But you can't actually order them to attack one target, right? So we kind of had to let the AI take care of this fortification. Alright, things look pretty good on that front. Let's get these troops to move up like that. And then we're just gonna envelop this village and hopefully take it over like that. Something like that. Need more infantry to be assaulting. Way more infantry need to be actually try to move up against the village. But it looks like that place has been finished. Key point is taken. Good. Captured this place. And one thing that we have to keep track of is the units' stamina. So these troops are fairly well refreshed. They have 79 stamina, but over time that kind of drops simply because obviously the battle takes place, right? So we're gonna have to keep track of them fairly well. Those troops are really close to each other. Oh wow. The enemies offers us a ceasefire, so oh no, they decide to continue the battle. And they offered another ceasefire, so they must be really close, where they're on the verge of collapsing. Our troop here is gonna move up, and that should be really it. Yeah, get this river crossing done, and then these troops are gonna actually march and capture this place. I'm just gonna speed up the battle slightly so that we can hopefully finish off some of these units a little faster. You can kind of see that we really swept up the Russians really well, and they are taking a whole heck lot of casualties all over the place. And they'll pretty much, the AI in the game, at least for the assaulting, or rather for the micromanagement portion, it's fairly solid, so I think we'll just let them do that assault. In the meantime, we will bring up our vehicles and siege the place over here. So we're going to conduct another general attack onto the eastern portion of the village. Get our troops to move up like that. And I know it's a little hard to see inside the night, but we're just gonna have to deal with it for this part. Ooh, Russian machine gun right here. That's gonna sweep up a lot of our troops on the road here. Get some of our troops to take up a defensive location right here. Gotta make sure our vehicles are fine. Are they fine? Most of our vehicles are fine, but they're really short on ammunition now. So that's not a very good thing. So yeah, that's just gonna progress as it goes along. Is there really no enemies here? Okay, so it said that there's enemies here. There was nothing there. It said that there was something here. And I'm pretty sure it said that there was like a bulge of enemies right around this area. But there doesn't seem to be. Oh well. Okay, well the majority of our troops are still gonna pretty much put up a kind of like a sweeping operation here and just take all of this area. There, what else? What else did we lose? We lost another commander there, so that's not very well. That's not very good. We lost a few infantry squad. No. It looks like they met the enemy here as well, or just a few enemies, yeah. That's alright. Yeah, if you haven't noticed by now, these yellow markers come up when they suspect an enemy is there. And usually they're right about it, so yeah, that's pretty good. I suspect that the enemy has put most of their troops in this area right here, and then they all got demolished, right? So there's probably not a lot of troops on the eastern side of this village, which is good. Did we lose another commander? That sucks. Troops over here are gonna move, and they will move to the crossroads over here, I guess. They're gonna recon to the crossroads, actually. These troops are gonna move over like that, and the rest of the troops are gonna continue their general attack on the side of the village. In the meantime, our troops over here have taken this building. They can provide covering fire if illumination comes up. And right now, we're just gonna try to clear the village like that. Just kind of slowly progress through here. Clear the village. In this sector right here, I'm really not sure about what I should do with all of our troops. I think I'm just gonna spread our troops out really broadly, because there's a problem with this game that at times, sometimes your gains inside these places don't actually come up, which is really strange. So I'm just gonna get all of our troops to occupy as much land here as possible. Our troops here are gonna recon over here, or rather attack. Speed things up by a little bit, so that we can just kind of quickly wipe out the enemy. Oh, they met some more of the enemy. Yeah, our troop quality should be pretty good, so we should be able to take out quite a lot of these Russians. We're losing way too many commanders inside this battle, though. I'm not actually sure about what the commanders do inside this game, but well, it's obviously command and control based, but I'm not exactly sure what the penalty is. Enemy retreated. Okay, so the enemy is in a general retreat. That's going to end the tactical battle. Let's actually speed up the game then, simply because they did retreat. Yeah, there we go. So in the end, we lost 60 men, 51 dead, and no, never mind. We did lose 59 men just in general. What else happened? The Russians started off with, let's see, 200 some battle, or 200 some men, and then they lost 210 men, so they're down to 36 apparently, but okay. So they're down to 13% of their original troops. We still have one more battle, so I'll see you